Michael, I guess if I would offer you that result before the game, you would have seen it as 2 points drop, but in the curious world of football, I guess you would say it's a point gain given the circumstances.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I thought we were good first half. We've got to learn about not giving the ball away when we're going forward, because we leave ourselves short, especially against Consett, who are quick on the counter, which is how they set up. They set up with a back five and look to frustrate us. And we had to go wide quite often, but first half, there's a few half chances, but we give the ball away twice and got punished for it. But we had a chat at half time about not feeling sorry for ourselves, which we could have easily done. We could easily roll over after Saturday's performance and think it's happening again. But they didn't, and they went out second half and they give everything. And I said, you've got to start putting your head in where it hurts to score goals, because we weren't doing that in the first half. And Sweetie's done that when he's gone as centre forward, and Addy has as well. And the linesman is given offside for the goal. The number 8 is actually laid on the floor on the byline. So that's frustrating. Tomo should have scored. Kev's at the bar, and we threw everything at it, and I was proud of the players to come out and react how they did. So might look at it as 2, but I would say it was a good point in the end.
I mean, you often say that about how proud you are of the players, but to come to a place like this on a day like this with the pressure of Saturday's result and the pressure of obviously where you're at in the season, where you're on the league, I mean, that kind of shows the attitude that's got you to where you are.
Yeah, the players have been excellent throughout the season, and we said after Saturday's game not to throw away all the hard work that we'd done, because we deserve to be where we are because of how good we have been. And it's going to get a bit nervous towards this end of the season, It's obviously difficult when teams behind you have got games in hand and you're a bit unsure as to what you actually need to do. You would rather everybody be the same in an ideal world on the same amount of games, but like I say, games are being called off again today, so who knows what's going to happen over the next 3 to 4 weeks. It's going to be exciting to say the least, and obviously whoever gets the most points will win the league, but we've just got to focus on the next game, which is Sheffield at home, and we need to go and put in a performance after Saturdays, because we were really under par on Saturday and it wasn't like us, but we showed great character today, and we're pleased in the end.
Word on your skipper, he's got a habit of popping up with back post headers, big ones.
Yeah, he was frustrated in the first, because obviously he's tried to force a ball and we've been punished for it, but he doesn't make many mistakes, Addy, and obviously he made up for it with that header. And he probably, if Josh had have been where he should have been on the corner and not in the middle of the box where he's not supposed to be, Addy probably would have scored the winner in the last minute. But that's football, and we move on. We're in a good position. We've got 4 games left. We're hoping it doesn't go at the last day away at Belper, but it's looking like it might do. But this is why we do what we do, because of days like today and seasons like this, and we've just got to give it one last push for the last 4 games and see where we end up.
Spoke on the podcast about the journey the club's been on. You are close now to taking that next step. Yeah. I mean, obviously you only focus on now and what's ahead, but when you look back at that journey, it's incredible to think where you've come from to where you could be next season.
Yeah, I know. I come here 2013, I think, as a player, player assistant manager, and then you look 10, 11 years further down the line and you're on the verge of playing at step 3 from being at step 7. Obviously we had a couple of years where through COVID that it was disrupted, and we didn't really get to celebrate promotion last time, and I don't think we got recognised as such for what we actually did in the Northern League First Division, because we were outstanding that season, and hopefully we can have something to celebrate this year. But we've been on some journey, and hopefully it continues for a number of years yet. Hopefully I'll be here to see that as well. And it's been excellent, there hasn't been many downs, it's mainly been ups, and hopefully we can have one huge push coming into the season and we can have another thing to celebrate at the club.
I have to ask you, and I'm fully expecting an answer of not yet, but when does planning for next season start? When do you start thinking, what do we need to do in the summer? Yeah. Or is that process already in some way started?
It has really in some way. It doesn't matter what league we're in, we always want to improve on the previous season. If we were to go up, obviously, we have to see what our players, what state they're in. There's a lot who've got, would say they're in their option year. So they'll have to decide whether they can, if we did go up, what they're travelling will be like and things like that. So that focuses on different targets that you might need or where you need to strengthen. But even if we didn't, which we hope we don't, we hope we can go up, we would still look to sign the same players as what we are doing, because we want to improve and we want to get to the highest level we possibly can. So the targets, we've already identified a number of players who actually want to come, which is good. It's a bit easier when players want to come, and I think that's down to a lot of what the club have done, ourselves have done, and create that atmosphere where people want to come and play and they get looked after. We've got great facilities now, we've got a new state-of-the-art gym that's been put in at the club, which is a real big pull. The players use that freely, so the club's come on leaps and bounds, and our targets has got to be to win the league still, and then after that we'll see where we are.